and welcome back to the channel. It's Admiral Pegasus here with another Fleet Command video, and this time we are going to be looking at the Hunter Killer event. Also coming up is a list of battle logs that from the takeover I partaked in. Well, it wasn't a takeover per se. I actually went and I was a sacrificial lamb, really, to be perfectly honest, and we'll see that from the battle logs. Well, the list of battle logs of how many defeats I actually suffered during that time. Also, I'm going to quickly cover how I feel that this event can get better. It's certainly got better from its original release last month during the Lower Decks Part 1. And releasing it into this month for 6 days, it has been I don't know what Scopely did, but it's been a massive improvement. And I think there is one particular reason why there was a massive improvement. And namely, because it's not a leaderboard. It is not a leaderboard. It is, as you can see on the screen, it's Hunter Killer SMS. So let's get on with it, shall we? So, Hunter Killer SMS, like I said, it was brought in during the Lower Decks Arc Part 1. And it was a cross-server event on this one, and it was a leaderboard when it was originally released. So you basically just went out during active takeovers of any alliance in Origin space, and you just went and shot anybody. Everybody turned up and shot each other. To be honest, on my server, the PvP event side of it, I don't think it was really that active. Today was, because it is massively changed, and I'll tell you why. And this is it here. It is the point scoring system. Last time you did get points for scoring, for winning, but you also lost points if you was defeated. And like I said, it was a solo leaderboard, cross server. Now you get points for winning and you get points for losing, which is the big key. To me, this is the big part of it. The fact you're going to get points for losing, and it's not just a small amount of points, it's actually a decent amount. It's half, which I think makes this event a lot better this time round, and the fact it is an SMS, not an SLB. So, additional points can be won as well, as you can see, is the boost for cloaking, supported, and using a sarcophagus, or should we say, or using a sarcophagus. I did use a sarcophagus at one point. Actually, for most of the time I was actually in it, because, yeah, I just kept repairing it, sending them out. But eventually I did run out of Beckonite. So, unfortunately, it did sort of fall along the wayside. But it was replaced with the Jellyfish, a G2 ship. So, and I'll tell you what, let's get into the battle list, shall we? So, as you can see here, I've scrubbed out all the names so players didn't feel weren't going to be the names shown here on screen. But as you can see, I just pretty much lost. I got a couple of victories, and obviously at the top of the screen is where my ships are. These are the ships I used. Like I said, the Jellyfish did come in eventually, and all I used was G1, G2 ships. And as you can see, starting in ship Dock A was a Pindra, a G2 ship which I literally just commissioned, and here's all the rewards I got as well. So, and 3 Harrison shards. That's not too shabby whatsoever. So, where do I think this can go from here? Well, to be honest, let's go to Galaxy View, because I'm going to need Galaxy View for this one. So, I was actually giving it some thought, and I was chatting with a couple of players on our server's Discord, and I did mention that obviously you've got a lot of alliances, and some alliances out there that don't have any territory. That maybe some of the bigger alliances that own multiple territories could give up like a tier 1 sector of space just for a week, so they can come in, have that sector, and partake in it, so they don't have to keep travelling in. Because remember, Origin space is a warp 20 sector, warp 20 area of space. So they're not, unless they have a warp 20 ship, which, to be perfectly frank, as long as you put Cadet Scotty on it, you could actually put 3 of the warp range increasing officers, Grush, Scotty, TOS Scotty, sorry, and Cadet Scotty, as long as you put them on 3 different ships, you can get ships in, unless they're a G3 or higher. I used, as you saw, G1 and G2 ships because I wanted to keep my repair costs down. And to be honest, I only spent about 300 Latinum, give or take, which wasn't too bad. And I mentioned about, obviously, the big alliances to just give up a sector for these other alliances that can partake. But then again, that comes down to alliances actually wanting to do that. If they don't, well, then that's tough, isn't it? They do own that territory, so it's entirely up to them what they do with it. Another idea I had was going here, in the middle of nowhere. And if we scroll, if I zoom out, as you can see, we have this massive open area of space that it's unclaimed. There's nothing going on with it. Now, I'm guessing this is for a future expansion of the game. What, I don't know, it could be the Cardassians are going here when they finally arrive in game. Maybe the Borg systems are going to receive a bit of an expansion, and I don't know. I'm only speculating here, but what I literally thought is if you just go just north of Origin Space, connect a brand spanking new system to a level 1 system, and call it a PvP system, and use it purely for hunt events. Now, my idea, and please feel free to disagree with this idea by dropping it in the comment section down below, is a rolling event that comes around every 8 hours, so which means it's going to hit all the time zones for all the servers, EU servers, US and APACs, so at least they get at least one. Ideally, you can get 2 in a day, and if you really don't sleep, you can get all 3 in a day. But every 8 hours, running a single 30-minute event, a flash event, where everybody piles into this one system and blows each other up for fun. Literally just a pure PvP system. Now, we did this in Romulan Space, and the only problem is, at the time, it was just part of an event. And as you can see, the name's actually there. Beta, what was that? Paldolaras, or yeah, whatever. You can see the name. But that was behind a token, a warp token, and you needed that token. You needed to win events to get that token, to get this. And it was only down to like a final few players to go out and literally kick each other's asses in this system. I never got that. And then another thing, it's a Warp 33 system, which means if you want this to be a pure PvP system, you need to get rid of that. You need to reduce, you need to bottom it right down. I mean, the Rialto, when it's maxed out, is a Warp 6, if I remember correctly. So you need that kind of really low level just for players to partake. So that brings me back to why not dump it here? Just dump it here, you know. Put it there, connect it to a level 1 system, and then everyone can just pile into that system for this event. Go shoot each other up. Now, I know before you keep jumping on to the next bit is about, well, there's the travel time from everywhere else on the map. Yes. Now, unless you move your stations. The only way to do that would be having a free location token given to every single player in their 24-hour chests, so they can at least partake in one. That's one idea. Another idea is putting the Discovery into one of those systems, but I know it's the mycelium cost, right? Okay, so one way around that mycelium, that level 1 system that this PvP system is connected to is a hub where the Discovery, as long as it's in that system, during that active event for that 30 minutes, gets unlimited jumps, which means you can pull as many ships as you want through to that level 1 system and send them on the merry way. Now, you'd have to make the travel time between that level 1 system and the PvP system, say like 15 seconds at the most. So it's got to be literally a fly straight through. Otherwise, they're just basically going to lose points. But as you can see, from my battle list, I got through quite a few battles. In total, I did 104 in 18 minutes. In 10 minutes, I completed that event. I completed the full 13,000 points. So I must have got somewhere north of 20,000 points for that event if it carried on. But I considered it that I'm still sending ships in. They've helped me get the points by blowing up my ships to give me the points for losing. So that I'm doing the same. I'm going to send my ships in so they can get the points for winning. No harm, really. But the one thing is, well, with this PvP system, they need to keep that same point metric. 300 points for winning, 150 for losing, and keep the bonuses as well. It's the only way that you're going to get more players attend. I mean, some will eventually get bored. They might not partake in certain PvP events. But it's there, and it's giving them something. And to make it even better, change the rewards each time. So, like, one run, you could be getting Latinum. Another run, you could be getting some uncommons, some rares, some epics for those G4s and G5 players. So there's always something that the players could end up going there, fighting the way through a PvP and scoring, and not really worrying. The only thing it's going to cost them, if they're using low level ships, is a little bit of Latinum or a little bit of Titanium. Not really an awful lot. And then you can also use it for things like, as we've got currently running on, we've got the Disco versus Disco event in the beta systems of Origin Space. We've had the Rialto versus Rialto event. That was done in a specific system. We've had the G2 versus G2s out in the Separatist boss set systems. Put it all into this one system. But yet that can still go further. Yes, it still can go further. Because the one thing is, as everybody knows, all the ships arrive in from the edge of the system. Well, Scopely are on about being able to invade other people's servers. Here's your answer to this one. Put a spatial anomaly in the middle of the system, and when the ships arrive in that system, they come out of that system. And now anybody who's played Star Trek Armada 1 and 2, when you went through wormholes and you watched ships coming out of the wormholes at the other end, obviously they were stretched and then they sort of like went back in shape and then they just sort of like leveled out. Something similar in the animation maybe, or just plain and simple, it just pops in, you know, but use this anomaly and ships come out from that area and then they crack on doing PvP, and that system can literally be like a gateway between the servers, and then you can expand it to competitions, having like formats like the World Cup format, where you got group stages, the second round, quarterfinals, finals. You know, you see where I'm going. The possibilities for this particular event, the Hunter Kill event, is endless. Put that one system in. My God, the world's going to be Scopely's oyster on this one. You're going to get people partaking, and their analytics on this one will go through the roof. Well, that's what I'm thinking anyway. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I do apologise for the fact it's been a bit of a boring screen and there was no actual recordings of any fighting, because the one downside I did find to doing it down in Origin Space, when you go to other people's territory, you can't see in that system. I had 6 ships, and if they all got blew up, I can't see in that system, so I had to send them back in. My only recourse to do it was Galaxy View, like this, and just literally click on that system, repair my ship, click on the system, send it back in. So it turned up anywhere in the system. Many people had to go chasing it to get my ships. But it was a bit boring having to sit in Galaxy View. Now, if I was in the if I could see in the system during this event, oh hell, I would have been absolutely loving it. So, but yeah, hence the reason why we need a system for this event where we can actually see in the system and we're not bogged down with the deep space fog of war sort of thing on it. It's boring. But yeah, so let me know what you think. If you like the idea of a separate system where we can actually go out and blow the hell out of each other, drop it in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to smash that like button and also hit the subscribe button as well, so you know when I release it. And also share this video out amongst your servers. I am looking to expand as best I can. I believe I'm up to 94 subscribers, so I'm getting close to getting that 3 figures. The 4 figures will be even better because it'll be live streams, but at the minute I'll settle with just doing videos. But I'm doing this for you guys. I'm not doing it for me as well, because I'm enjoying this process at the moment. So I'm doing it for myself, and I'm doing it for you guys, imparting some information and obviously my thoughts. So you've got them today. So until the next video, this is Admiral Pegasus saying stay safe and live long and prosper.